Ever thought of diving into your own pool? At Navinda Pool and Spas, we pride ourselves on being the #1 swimming pool constructor specialist in Thailand. Make Navinda your choice. Visit our showroom in Geelong or go to navindapools.com.
Welcome to Phuket News TV. We're going to talk about Laguna Phuket International Marathon on June 8th today. And we're going to mainly talk about dad training with these lovely people, Khun Tum and Mr. Duncan from Infinity Communications. And we'll come back shortly after the break.
Multi-hull solutions can help you find the perfect new or pre-owned multi-hull. So if it's power or sail and you're in the market to buy or sell, contact Multi-Hull Solutions, the world's leading multi-hull company. For more information, head to multihullsolutions.asia.
Welcome back to Phuket News TV. Well, as we mentioned before, both of you are going to join the Laguna Phuket International Marathon. So, what is your goal in joining the marathon?
My goal is want to finish the marathon race. This will be my number 5. And the second goal is we would like to raise money for all the kids up north.
What about you?
For me, it's my first marathon, so just crossing the finish line, I'll be happy, whatever time. As long as I can still walk at the end of it, I'll be pretty chuffed about that. And then, to raise some charity for a running club up in the north of Thailand that we've been supporting now for a year or so.
Okay, so she has more experience than you do, actually. Well, what is your motivations on, is it just want to finish the marathon, or there's other motivation that you want to join?
Really no motivation beyond the marathon right now, but I got into this a year or so ago to get fitter, and being on the sofa for 20 years, I needed to change that. So it's just an extension of running 10k distances, half marathon, and decided it was time to have a go at a marathon.
Okay. And what about you in this one, or similar?
Yeah, similar. We've been working very hard, and we want to get healthier, manage the time, try to balance between work and the lifestyle in terms of exercise, get fitter, healthier, this better life.
Okay. Well, what sort of training have you both been doing? Who want to go first?
Okay. For me, I've been doing a lot of running, funnily enough. But before that, I started doing triathlon. So I've slowed down on the bike and the swim, and I've been trying to do more and more running, sort of 4 or 5 times a week if I can. The last week, we've actually both been in Pattaya, so it's been a little difficult because we've been working up there. But we're getting there. We'll get in there.
And you also do regular training?
I would say it depends on my time. I work too hard, I accept it, but I always have to try to find the time and try to run. We not really train together, but when we can, I would say once a month, and so we run together and help each other to achieve the set time. Like for example, today we're gonna run 10k. We try to encourage each other. Okay, we're gonna finish 10k today. Things like that.
Okay. So, what is the hardest thing in the training for you?
I have done a few marathons. I experienced all the pain or the hard training. But for me right now, I think the hard part is find my time. I've been very busy. Every time that I think I have short time frame, I will always have to go run, train in the fitness and get fit and be able to run, next month, which is about 3-4 weeks to go now. Yeah.
So what about you? Is your hardest thing, or?
Probably not the hardest thing, but time is quite a difficult thing. We both work crazy hours. Sometimes we're in Bangkok. Last week I was in Pattaya, so it makes it difficult. But I think the biggest thing come race day will be the heat for me. Being a Westerner, coming from England, we're just not ready for this kind of heat. But I've been doing training in it. I've trained at different times of the day, so fingers crossed I'll be okay.
Yeah, finger crossed for both of you. Well, we'll come back with more of the interview after Hayden gonna tell us about how to pick a good running shoes.
Thank you, Alice. Tip number 1, your foot determines what shoe you're going to wear. If your knee rolls in or if your knee rolls out, that will determine what sort of flexibility or stability you look for in a shoe. Tip number 2, choose performance training shoes. They're going to support your style of running. Shop at a specialty running store. Tip number 3, when you go to that specialty running store, make sure they allow you to test your shoes outside and take them for a run before you put money on the counter. Highly recommended.
Well, thanks, Hayden. That's very interesting. Now back to you. How you guys encourage each other, do the training?
Well, we check on each other all the time. If I'm away, we always call each other every day, sometimes morning, evening, in the afternoon. We always ask, how was your training this morning, tonight, always, keep update on things. If today was scrap, we say, what's scrap? If I, was down, he always cheer me up. If he, cannot finish on, with the distance he planned, so we always cheer each other up. So, tomorrow, no problem. Don't think too much tomorrow,
Okay, what about you?
Really what Tum just said. I mean, it's a case of just keeping each other motivated. Sometimes when we do train together, be it in Phuket or Bangkok, we're often not doing the same thing. So I might be doing something short, Tum might be running something long or slow or fast, depending. So it's a case of trying to understand what each one's trying to do and just keep them motivated, because we're never going to be there at the same time together. So, it's more motivation than anything else.
Okay. Well, you think Laguna Phuket International Marathon is the hardest one? Is it a hard marathon or the easy one?
I'm not sure there's an easy one. I would say it's probably, for a beginner, it's probably the best one to have a go at, because it's well organised, a lot of water stations. I think it's every 2 kilometres, so things like that's important for someone like me. But I'm sure there are probably some harder ones out there with some really big hills in, which I won't be doing anytime soon.
Right. You have any plan what you want to do the day or night before the marathon?
Sleep. I raced last year, and it took me a long time. This year I should be improved, and there's some distance or some point I will share with Duncan what to do. He doesn't see the course yet, but I know I've been to all the rest, the route. I think it's still the same route, but I think it's quite challenging. And I think this year gonna be more challenging because of the heat. We have to be well prepared.
What about you?
Good tips. I'm trying to be well prepared. I'm trying, so we'll be okay.
Well, she has more experience, so you're gonna have to listen to her, right? Sure. Well, thank you very much to you both, and good luck for the rest.